Hey guys, welcome back in to the Out of Our Minds podcast. Today is going to be a channeled message with just me, Nikki. It's going to be a solo, and I'm going to be tuning into the energy of the final weeks of 2025. I want to start by sharing that there's something very different about these final weeks of the year compared to other years. We have been talking a lot about how 2025 in numerology is the year of the nine, which is closing and new beginnings. Think about how the nine is drawn. You have a loop, a circle that is closed, and then another one opens up. And I want you to feel into the fact that there is an amplification of this closing energy as we approach the end of the year of the nine, as we approach the end of 2025. This energy that is inviting us to close the loops, to close out old patterns, to say one final goodbye to certain ways of being, maybe certain patterns or ways of seeing yourself or ways of seeing how this reality field functions that maybe over this year has felt like it's been a progression of stages and levels. You are now being gifted this beautiful energy that can also feel very intense, hence the last few weeks. This beautiful energy that is allowing you to fully claim the new identity, to fully claim the new belief system, and to say your final goodbye. This energy is so potent. It is so powerful. You may have been experiencing some very loud energies, intense energies with Scorpio season. For me personally, I had an emergence of some old patterns that I have not been with since like 2020. And it was a pretty wild experience of feeling like, what the actual heck? I have not felt the intensity of this way of seeing reality in so long. It was almost like, what the heck? I literally thought I healed this like 5 years ago. And I can now see with such clarity now that so many of us are being invited into this final goodbye. And the last few weeks in Scorpio season have been this gift of just that rising up, giving us this beautiful opportunity to say the final goodbye. And there's also been a light expression of this energy, which is very exciting. It's very expansive, right? It's when we are feeling this death and rebirth energy, but more so connected with the rebirth energy for our specific journey. This is very individual. So I'm saying this because there may be beings that experienced this energy, like what Bella was alluding to in a lot of her messages with this, not alluding to, she was sharing about the identity level shifts that she has been experiencing. This energy is supporting us also in that. And I want you to know that if you are a being who is more so experiencing the shadow expression, don't worry. This is now your time where you get to fully claim and shift into that light expression of this energy and the identity level shift that you are being invited into. So just to talk a little bit more about the light expression of this energy, it could have felt like you were being literally transported through a portal of just recognizing and seeing yourself through this entirely new perspective of like, holy crap, I feel reborn, literally reborn. And then on the flip side, you could have felt like you were literally dying. But here's the thing, we're all going to get on the same page right now, and we're going to feel into this energy and just take it to the next stage, the next step, wherever it is that you're at. So, as I was saying, we are approaching the end of 2025, and there is this beautiful final goodbye that we are being gifted with. I am going to continue to just tune into a few of these energies that I'm feeling into and a few messages that are coming through. And then I'm going to pull some cards, and we're going to open up our channels and receive some of the messages through the cards. So let me just tune in. And while I do that, invite you, if you can, to close your eyes and take a breath with me. If you are driving, please don't do that. Obviously, if you have a moment to just tune in, you are invited to do so. So just take a breath with me in through the nose. And just breathe out. And on this next breath inward, I want you to tune into the inner knowing that this now moment is the only moment that exists, and feel the power of your presence with your breath as you tune into the only moment that will ever exist. It is all here in the now. Now, there is a state of being that you are being called to access in this moment. You may have already been accessing it. You may have felt the opposite of what it is that you're being called to access, but there is a state of being that comes alive in these next few weeks, and especially, I'm going to say, right here in this moment, right now, the only moment that will ever exist. There is an energy that has been coming through and kind of peeking through. You've had these spurts of experiencing it over the past year, maybe 2 years. And this energy has felt really beautiful and expansive and exciting, because when you're in it, you can feel the alignment of like, F yes, this is it. You can feel the peaks of life aligning you with reality fields that are just so beautiful, and they feel like home. I want you to feel into that energy. And in this moment, I want you to claim that as your baseline. I want you to breathe it in, recognizing that this is the only moment that will ever exist, acknowledging that this energy exists within you right here in this moment, and claim this as your baseline. This is who I am. This is who I am. The energies that are coming through that you are being called to fully land in is a very specific energy to your soul essence. It is an authentic frequency that is being called forward that contributes something so sacred to this collective evolution, and especially the point in our evolution right now. This is why so many of us are being called into like the next activation, the next level of our mission. Because there is an essence that you cannot ignore that wants to exude out of you. That energy is your soul. It is your authentic essence. Now, with this, there is a shadow frequency that doesn't match up to that energy. There is an expression of self that may have also been peaking out here and there throughout the year. Maybe if you can think about those little dips you experienced, moments of like, what the heck? It was a sacred shedding of 2025, giving you the opportunity to feel these energies, to release them. What is that frequency for you? What is that energy? The shadow expression, the outdated identity, the outdated I am statement. Maybe it's an outdated way of seeing this reality field and how it works. What is that for you that you are saying your final goodbye to? And I just want you to close your eyes again if you can. If not, no worries. You can revisit this or just do this with your eyes open. But what is that outdated I am statement or way of thinking of self or this world? I just want you to state that in your mind. Don't worry, we're not claiming this. And intuitively feel into where this shows up in your body. Maybe take a breath with it. If it helps, you can visualize an image of like a body and have your higher self just show you maybe a little color blob on the body of where it is. If it helps, you can tune into your physical body and have your awareness guide you to a place in your body. wow, I'm receiving some stuff about myself that I was not expecting, but just staying open to it. And I invite you to do the same. I don't know why that's making me emotional. I'm not going to go into personal stuff now, but there's definitely a lot coming through for me right now. But keep tuning in and just breathe into that. Breathe into where that energy lives. And just send a message to this energy. You have served me, but I no longer need you to serve me. I release you and I allow you to move and shift. And just take a breath into that energy. I invite you to breathe into it and create spaciousness in the body. Maybe use your own hands to assist you. And we're going to take a breath in together, breathing deeply in through the nose. Big belly inhale. And on this exhale, I want you to visualize the energy exiting that center or that place in the body and traveling up out of your mouth. Maybe seeing the color of this energy leave the body. And in your mind, you can continue this breath. And as you visualize this energy going out in your mind, you can state, I say my final goodbye and I release what no longer serves me. Now, if you're still feeling some energy there, I'm going to invite you into a promise for yourself, to yourself, for the next few weeks of 2025. Every single time this energy comes up, it is a massive opportunity. The same way we just tuned into where that energy was in the body, to give ourselves the space to feel it, to bring our awareness, our light, our love to it, your reality field may gift you opportunities to do that throughout your living experience, throughout your day-to-day. What this promise is that when you are experiencing that energy, open your heart, tune in to your breath, and use your breath the same way you just did. And this mantra of this is my final goodbye. I release what no longer serves me. And you are going to be gifted these opportunities to alchemize this energy, because 2025 is the year of the closing. It is the year of the ending. This energy in 2026 and beyond is no longer contributing to the rendering of your reality field. It is no longer contributing to the way that you choose to show up through the shadow expression. It's not contributing. It's going to contribute in the light, because you're going to be alchemizing it and turning it into a freaking gift. So when you tune into the alchemy, the transmutation of that energy, what becomes available to you? What energy opens up? What does that frequency turn into in the light expression? Is it grounded confidence? Is it a presence that is so powerful and magnetic that just you being in a room automatically magnetizes every single thing that is meant for your soul? Is it a level of love for others, for self? Is it a power? Is it a level of inner knowing? What is that energy? Is it abundance? I invite you to feel into what happens when that energy becomes the theme for your 2026. What gets created from that place? How do you live? So I'm not going to go too deep into 2026 because we most likely will do a whole separate reading on that. But I am going to pull some cards here and do some final channeled messages on the last few weeks of 2025. If you do feel complete, then no worries. But if you do want to receive, stay a while. I'll be pulling probably 3 cards. Let me just put this down so I can shuffle. Okay. This card is calling me. Okay. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. The first card that we pull is you are already doing it. What's coming through is that you have started this epic adventure in 2025. And there is something that you're doing that you're going to continue to do into 2026. And I don't want you to overthink that you have to completely reinvent the wheel and do something new. And 2026 is this massive like year of the one and all this. You are doing it. You are freaking doing it. This is more of a message of keep doing it and now do it in this new energy. The thing that you know you're meant to continue to do in 2026, keep freaking doing it and don't overthink it. The messages that I've been receiving very deeply around mission is, it's so simple. We like overcomplicate it. We like talk about mission like it's this hidden thing. You are the mission. Your energy, your essence, your soul exuding outward is the mission. So whatever it is that you're doing that you love to do, that you know you are meant to keep doing in 2026, keep doing it, but let more of your essence through. That is what we want. And in any way that that feels genuine for you to deliver, for you to just be, to exude, keep freaking doing it. And the more that essence can come through, that medium, that channel, that way of being, that artistic creation, that lifestyle that you're living, the paradigm you're building, the family that you're building, the career, you don't need to worry. You will be taken care of. And your highest alignment is more dependent on how much of your authentic essence can come through. Okay, next card. Of course, this is the birthing a new age. We are all stepping into a completely new freaking paradigm, a new way of being, a new energy, a new essence. When you tune in to that thing that you're doing, it has never been done before the way that you're about to do it. You're going to look back at the end of 2026, of that full year, and be in awe on how you created and did something in such a unique way. The paradigm that we're stepping into is one where authenticity is the freaking strategy. So we're going to see individual after individual creating something that we have never seen created, or maybe just done in a way that we've never seen done, that is so unique to their essence. I want you to think about people that you would see as like, they're so in alignment with their reality field. They maybe have like a form of success that you admire. And I just want you to tune into the authentic essence that they allow to lead them in their strategy in life, to be the thing that steers the ship, to be the reason why people love to be around them or to watch their creations or consume their art or to be whatever it is. think about how individual that is to that person, and how if someone else tried to copy that exact strategy, it wouldn't work. There's a way that you do something that is so individual and particular to your essence that is going to be the strategy for your highest alignment. When I tune into the birthing of a new age with this card, we are no longer going to be looking at like areas of career or people doing things in this category and just seeing everyone doing the same freaking shit. Everyone, I'm not even gonna go into it, but you can just see that there's like patterns of like people doing the same thing that just another person is doing. And this new paradigm that we're stepping into is inviting you to say F the freaking rules, to burn the rule book down. Because this new age that we are birthing is one where you get to live a life of ease, where things flow to you effortlessly when you are just being you. And when you choose to do things that are aligned with your desires, with what excites you, with your inner authority. I mean, come on, we talk about this all the time. This is like OOM paradigm 101 here. But we're birthing a new age. And I know you can tune into some people or even yourself with things that just feel so effortless because they're reflections of authentic essence coming through for another person or maybe you. That's only going to be more amplified with 2026. This is the new age that we're stepping into. So you might as well start now. Freaking drop the rule book, connect with your mission, and do the thing that feels right to you in the way that feels right to you. Like, I know the mind wants to come in and be like, wait, but what, how? Do it. Freaking do it. This is the new age that we're birthing. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card from this deck, and then I'm going to pull one card from the other deck. Okay. Share your voice. Come out of the cave and express. Okay, wow. So with this authentic essence, that is the frequency. Wow, okay, yeah, I'm really tuning into this. The mission is to share that essence. When you share, keyword share, that essence outward, something I've been tuning into is this cycle of energy that occurs. Let me use myself as an example. I always have resistance sitting in front of this camera and talking on this mic, always. But as soon as I start doing it, there's something that happens with my mind where it gets out of the way and I just start to go into this flow state. And sometimes it takes me a little bit. Like, I'll be honest, I started and restarted this video a few times when I was first jumping in. But once I'm in it, there is this beautiful cycle of energy where I am receiving energy, sharing it outward that interacts with my energetic field, attracts things inward. I receive that energy and so on and so forth. It's this beautiful life force cycle where I start feeling so... You feel the vitality, you feel the life force coming through you. So my invitation for you for these final weeks of 2025, when you are tuning in to that energy that is coming alive for you, that essence that feels so resonant with your soul, how can you share that energy? How can you start rendering more and more a reality field that is a reflection of your soul by sharing your energy with this collective? What comes up for you when you tune into this? Okay, I'm going to pull one final card here that I'm going to just leave as a very simple kind of direction of where you can go from here. Okay, yes, beautiful. This card is practice. It says something that I have been feeling into deeply with my own journey and life. Right now, more than ever, your spiritual practice is something that you get to devote yourself to a new level, to a whole new freaking level. What are those things that connect you to a higher state of consciousness, your soul? I want you to devote yourself to these practices every single freaking day. Okay, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for being here, for receiving these channeled messages. I would love, love, love to hear how this resonated for you. If you're on YouTube, feel free to comment below and definitely hit that subscribe button. If you are listening on Spotify, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you're listening on Apple Pod, you can head over to YouTube or Spotify and leave your comments. We'll see you next week. Bye.